Old Man Observer here to talk about the latest in the Abandoned Plot saga. This is part three. If you want to know more about the earlier parts, you can see my other two videos that are on the stream. So they posted today a few different posts, and we'll kind of go through them right now. Since we've announced the upcoming plot cleaning session, some players have said they're afraid their plots might be gone once they come back from holidays. Fear not. Our goal with this cleaning session is to remove the plots from long-time inactive players in order to make room for new players and for active players who like to settle new areas. While the criteria is still being discussed, please find an idea of what it would look like below, which should hopefully research some of you. Note that none of this below is final. We may add or remove some criteria. Also, the numbers may change as well, but not so much. Want to point this out. It's not final. They may completely change this, but this is what they're currently publishing. The criteria below are cumulative and all conditions need to be met for the plot to be deleted. So not just one or two, but they all have to be met. And this is what's going to really, I think, hit this. I'm not too sure lots of plots are going to be deleted. And there's lots of people that want to create plots. So like as soon as the one or two are freed up, boom, they're going to be gone, and we're going to be right back in the same situation. But we'll go through this at least for my server in Jira. We'll actually go through this. Your character has not been active in the past 28 days. So I'm assuming that is from when they run the script. Not today, not yesterday, not tomorrow. I'm assuming that when they run the script, it checks, has the character not been active in the 28 days? Have they played it all? And that's the character who owns the plot that they're looking at. So you can have a main character that's played a ton, but the character that owns the plot hasn't played in the last 28 days. And the character you're owning the plot has played for less than 120 minutes. And I think this one's going to be hard. I mean, I just don't think there were a lot of people that logged in for 10 minutes, 30 minutes, and then quit playing. I just don't think that happened. The game itself requires, you're in you spawn, you're wandering around what you got to do. You're figuring, you get a little notification up at the top. You're trying to figure out what to do. It takes you 10 minutes to figure out rocks and sticks in some places. Some places it's obvious, some places it's not. And then you're like, okay, I got to find the best plot. So you wander around, you look for the best plot. So I think the 120 minutes is the one that's going to catch quite a bit, meaning people aren't going to meet that condition. So, they're in the game, they find a plot, they build a little bit, and they don't play a lot more. The total number of crafting events in the plot's less than 50. Um, you know, I'm assuming a crafting event is if I'm making 10 spears, that was 10 individual crafting events and not one. Like if I do create all, I'm assuming that's one. So I don't think that's going to come into play in a whole lot because I think the other ones will have already been broken. So if you're already to the point that you're creating 50 crafting events, you're probably way more than 120 minutes. But we'll look at some specific examples. And the total number of pieces placed, removed, and applied is less than 20. It's not hard to get to 20. We're going to see some examples of this. But there's definitely some cases where we might find some of that. And then this one here, I think, well, really even the last three, I think these are just for the ones that are the clan plots and people are doing stuff on it. They're trying to catch the clan plots, right? So that's why they're putting those additional criteria in there. So nothing's crafted, placed, or removed on your plot in the last 2 weeks. So if you basically have a plot that's a clan plot, even though the person's inactive, and you're all doing stuff with it, then it's going to be safe. It's not going to be deleted. So, I mean, I think this last one definitely covers that. It's very easy. As long as the plot's marked clammed, just go do something on it and you're good to go. So, if anybody's concerned about a clan plot and they want to make sure it's active, that looks like it's going to be pretty easy to do. And if you feel you would apply to any of your plots or plots owned by the clan members, now is the time to make the plots active again. And so you can make sure you get any one of those criteria broken and then it won't be deleted. We don't have a date set in stone for the cleaning session yet, but it won't happen before August 19th. So we're still, a week or two out from more than a week, but at least almost 2 weeks out before this is going to happen. Then we also had a couple other posts. This one was in the server status. So regarding the plot cleanup sessions, we're still finalizing the criteria to ensure that no one with an active character gets their plot deleted by mistake. And as you can see there, it's going to be very few plots that meet that criteria. So nobody's going to get accidentally a plot deleted. Once this is settled, we'll be able to communicate a date for the cleaning session. In the meantime, we're looking into other solutions to allow character creation on full shards. There will be more to come in this as soon as possible. Thank you for your patience. So I think, I'm assuming, if I was on this development team, I would come up with a criteria and I would just query the database to see how many plots it meets. And they know the number. And I think they're realizing, man, they're not going to clean up a lot of plots. They don't want to upset people who did stuff and plan on coming back to the game. They're just waiting for the new content. And so they're just really trying to get someone that's went in and created a plot and didn't do much with it. And I just don't think there's a whole lot of those that exist. And then additionally, they had a Yala character creation on full shards. So they're trying to look at other ways to get people to create characters on shards. And then on another post they had yesterday, this is just not really related to the plot delete up, but they are saying that the situation where there's full shards on which the creation of characters is not possible at the moment, if you already have a character and a plot on a full shard and cannot create any new characters, there is actually a bug and not intended. We're looking into the situation and provide an update as soon as we possible. So this one was before today's announcements that was yesterday. So, you know, that makes sense. If I already have a character and I've already even maybe used 4 plots, and I just want to create an alt in there for whatever reason. I want them to be harvesting to go get something. I now can't create one on a full server, even though there's no new net activity. Meaning I can't have the character logged in more than once. One of my guys has to be logged in, and I've already have the 4 plots that I've laid down. Or if you have 1 or 2, whatever that number happens to be, you're not going to be able to put more plots down anyway. And even if you have more plots, I had a character that has 3 plots. I've been trying to place one down, and they haven't been able to do it. So they're definitely saying that that'll be a bug. Let's see. Yeah, bug and not intended. So I got some examples. So this is the plot right next to the build I've been working on. If you've been watching my last few streams, I've been doing a build, and I was kind of hoping to capture this plot. But now that we got some more criteria, some more details, I already know one right off the bat it's going to fail, and you can probably see what it is. So, there's one item on there, two, three, four, the foundation and the floor, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and then over on the left hand side, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22. And it sucks because, I mean, really, look at this. This person didn't play very long. And they just created some stuff and said this game's not for me. And to be honest, if they were coming back to because of additional content, I mean, what's to come back to? It takes you just a few minutes to recreate whatever that is. So, as they've outlined the criteria, unfortunately, this plot next to me isn't going to be deleted because I can already count all the items that are on the plot. Here's another one I've been looking at, and I kind of already think this character has way more than 120 minutes, but I thought it was a good example of, a basic plot. And you can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Is that 4 rows? Yeah, that's 4. And then 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So plenty going to be way over. But I know this guy had more than 120 minutes. That's just doing an example. And this is the one I've showed on my stream the last few times on the previous abandoned plots news announcements that I've done. This is the one behind the tavern. They are in our clan, but I just don't know how much time they played. But it'll be interesting. So it's not a clan plot, so nobody's on the clan has been able to build anything on it. So the activity has just been that individual user. And we can see here, you got one foundation, two, we got a box, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So only 11 items. So possibly he'll be deleted. But so the question is, did they play less than 2 hours? And like I said, this is not by the home shrine. So, that's 10, 15 minutes to walk where it is, to communicate, to get into the clan, to find the specific spot they wanted to put something. So, that took some time. And then they had to go gather the clay to make these foundations. They had to go gather some sapwood. They had to do some stuff and put it down. So the 2 hours is going to be questionable or not. Crafting events should be less than 50 because it's not a clan plot, and there's no crafting stations on here. They definitely use the clan crafting stations that are right nearby, so I fully expect the crafting events to be less than 50. And then, again, no clan access, so I don't expect nothing crafted, placed, or removed in the past 2 weeks to be on there. So the only criteria I think that'll keep this plot active is if they played more than 2 hours. And again, I think that's going to be real close because it just takes time to get into Pax Day. That's not a straightforward game to where you play it for 10 minutes and go, oh, this is not for me. It takes you a bit of time to understand this game's not for me. All right, so that was some of the examples here, and I thought would be interesting is uh, to kind of fly around here a little bit. So before I was pulling up this video, I was just kind of just flying around. So let's get into hammer mode so we can see actual plots. So hammer and F7. So let's just fly around a little bit. So that's that plot I was telling you about. Unfortunately, he's got 20 plus items on there, so won't be able to grab that one. It's okay. I mean, I got plenty of room, but I was kind of hoping to maybe get up. And then here's the other one that I did. This one is completely empty, and it's not clan. So it's just a matter whether the user's played more than 2 hours, and I know he's played more than 2 hours. So these are just going to stay here. And this guy hasn't played since June. I don't know whether this released on the 18th. He hasn't played since June 22nd, 23rd, something like that. I mean, it's a long time. And then here's the tavern one, which looks like there's a good chance he might get cleaned up. But, it took this guy some time to get here, get settled in, to figure out what he's going to do. So we'll see. We got 3 good plots. But then I was just kind of just flying around, seeing what we got going on. And I'm just not seeing a lot of plots that's going to be replaced. Oops, let me minimize this. There we go. Sorry, flying around there. So, clearly the ones that have any decent structure. This one, a beach plot shared with the clan. This guy's played more than 2 hours, so this one's good. We could save this one if we wanted to anyway. So that looks like it would be an abandoned plot, but it's not. First of all, it's shared with clan. And two, I know this guy's played a lot more than 2 hours. But let's just fly around here. Clearly more than 2 hours of work, clearly more than 20 items. This one is interesting, so this may get cleaned up. So we got 2 that we've seen so far in Jura. But again, it just depends on how long this person plays. Like, would someone really walk all the way to here, place this plot, and that was the only plot they play? So I suspect this person probably has a plot somewhere else, and they may have played more than 2 hours. So I'm not too sure this is going to be deleted because this just could be another plot that someone has placed down and their character is active. That's a lot of activity on those plots. A lot of activities on this one. Let's see if this is clan. So Takehiki, second land. Yeah, so this guy's clearly more than 2 hours, so that plot there is going to be there. What do we got over here? This is more than 20 items. Clearly all of these. Let's get up high and over them. All right, so we got going on here. So these are shared with clan. So I'm just going to guess based upon the clan activity here that the users probably was active for a little bit. They've clearly built quite a bit. So I'm going to guess those users have more than 2 hours. And if the clan now has the criteria, they can easily come out here and plop some stuff down. Their share with clan to save those plots if they want to. Let's see here. Yeah, share with clan. And I know this is our clan. We'll save any of these ones that we need to. And I suspect all these people are more than 2 hours played. what do we got going on? So this is an interesting set. So we got a bunch together. Joe's trade. Any of these ones like this shared with clan. If these clans want to save them, they absolutely can. But if they know their characters played more than 2 hours, they're probably going to be pretty good anyway. These are all shared with clans, so the clans could save them if they want to. So still not seeing a lot. I really think there's only one for sure. This is interesting. These are all shared with clan right alongside the road there, but they'll be fine. I really don't see them getting deleted. I mean, obviously all this is a hub of activity. What we got here? Let's take a look at this. So again, shared with clan, and chances are this is not his only plot. Probably played more than 2 hours. In fact, you can see right here. Who do we got? Who we got here? I can't read this guy's name. Yeah. So I mean, what is the likelihood? Maybe, and again, he's shared with clan. So if the clan wants to save that plot, they can. So this guy may have played for 15 minutes. I mean, you can see here a campfire. He may legitimately have played for 15 minutes, but the clan could go, oh, let's save this plot and build some stuff on it in the last couple of weeks. I mean, all they have to do is just build one thing in the last two weeks, and boom, it's saved. I mean, to me, any of the ones that are shared with clan have a strong possibility of getting saved. Because land is precious at this point. Obviously, all those are good. What we got here? This is easily more than 20. Yeah, you can see furnaces stuff. I mean, once you see in this type of activity, blacksmith tables, they're meeting a lot of the events, more than 50 crafting events, more than 20 items. That one's not going anywhere. Really should start by the home shrine. So quite a bit of activity here. Looks like shared with clan. To me, either one shared with clan are going to be strong possibilities of getting saved if they don't meet the other criteria. And they're going to know. The people in that clan are going to know. They're going to know. I mean, you tell me. You say flying around. This thing here has tons of stuff. I'm not going to count them, but I'm pretty sure that's over 20. Plus, it's not just that. The activity to get to the point of putting all this stuff down, you're crafting quite a bit. You're going to have to hit the 50 crafting events easy. Nice little house. I like this roof here. This is a pretty design. Good job, whoever this is. What is his name? I don't see a name. Wish it was easier to see people's names. Subverkers. I can't quite see it, but excellent job there. Excellent job. I still not seeing lots of plots, guys. You seeing lots of plots? Here we go. But again, shared with clans. So this one probably you got baskets and stuff, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 items physically on here, but it's shared with clan. And I just think that to get to some of this stuff like the kilns and things like that, they probably played more than 2 hours. Definitely more than 20 items. These are probably all related together, and I just don't see, what's this? So this may be a plot to where they're hoping that it's abandoned, it's not shared with clan, and they may actually be hoping it's frees up. Yeah, those are all shared with clan. So, let's throw that on a possibility of getting cleaned up. But it depends upon if Jeff has got a plot anywhere else and did he play more than 2 hours. But, let's throw him. So we're probably at 2 or 3, maybe getting deleted. Al's plot. So Al's got a lot. Al's definitely had more than 2 hours, right? So he's got 3 plots he's placed here, which that's fine. And obviously more than 20 on this one, more than 2 hours work, right? So all of Al's plots are staying. Ooh, what we got here? Share it with clan. Who's this guy? William Near Lake. Share it with clan. I hear you, William. Maybe I come out here and hang out and build some stuff. And per use, not seeing a lot. So let's fly up and let's take a little bit of a view here. See if we see anything. That one off the distance. Have I looked at that? It definitely looks more than 20. Yeah, I mean, you start seeing furnaces and stuff and all those crafting tables, the activity is going to be more than 50. And I wouldn't want that guy's plot to be deleted. He's clearly done some stuff. But at the same time, that's probably the amount of time to go, I'll wait for the game to release. You know, this is the type of activity you see where they played the game. It was fun for a little bit, enjoying it, but they're just not motivated because they know the work that they're going to do when they go live is completely gone. So they've played more than 2 hours, they've done it, but I really doubt this person's still playing unless they just created this within the last couple of weeks. I think this is the type of activity for someone who's played it, especially that first week or two, and just are no more playing and probably aren't going to play. All right, what we got here? So those are the ones we cover. Let's go check out this little section over here. Getting some nice little houses here, but clearly not going to meet the criteria. Can't tell where the names on. But yeah, I can see it says shared with clan. This will be a clan situation here. Most of these plots, if not all of them, will be shared with clan. They clearly are coordinating something together. Looks like Unhinged Gaming. And they still get quite a bit of activity. I'm really not expecting any of these ones, mostly probably because they're all shared with clan. What we got here? So this guy's here. And decorated chest, so he's got help because you need more than that. But let's just take a look at the boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 20. So this plot, regardless of his level of time there, won't get deleted. And he probably is going to break some of the other criteria anyway, but we know for a fact there's more than 20 items on the plot, so not going to be deleted. What we got here? Are these shared with clan or anything? Yeah, share with clan. You can see a number 2 and number 3. It's probably part of this. This guy's probably got, yeah, he's got a master pack. He's got 4 plots. He's got more than 2 hours. That'll all be there. Let's take a glance around. Yeah, I just don't see. Did I look at that one down there? I don't remember if I looked at this or not, but this looks like. Slam Shadies. Got, what does it look like? Is it a 4x4? So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 things. Oh, yeah, then the things here. So good old Slam Shady's got more than 20 because you got 1, 2, 3, 6, 7 boxes there. Not going to be deleted. Oh boy, that's a highly active plot. Look at all the activity. So much room for activities. Look at all the room you got there. Yeah, not going to be deleted. What we got here? But just yeah, you can see this one. This one's more than 2 hours of work because of the stations and the trees and the boxes. It's more than 20, but not an abandoned plot. But really, you think this person's still playing? You really think he's coming back? I'm going to put him in the category who doesn't give a shit about the game anymore. Let's see here. I mean, clearly all these have our bus of activity. Ooh, this is some coordinated event here. Are these all shared with clan? No, they're not. Penguin's plot. What do we got going on here? Yeah, but see, Penguin's got multiple plots, so he's going to have more than 2 hours. And this dude here, Mirth, they're not shared with clan. Mirth has got a couple of plots, so he's got probably more than 2 hours. Although I think that's quite a bit out. I bet you could take that out. Um, Solar shared with clan. This one's not shared with clan. Maybe this one. Depending upon if this guy's got a plot somewhere else and has played more than 2 hours. I don't see his name on any of these other ones. Mirth's got 2 plots here. So, and he probably's got more than 2 hours. Again, I think that takes some time to do all that, to get there, to get settled in, to run back and forth, to chop your wood, to find the clay. Remember those first few days? Clays wasn't everywhere. You're first of all, you're going, where's the clay? You're searching for it. Where's the clay? Somebody tell me where the clay is. And then someone goes and bound by the water. What do you mean? And you don't even know what you're looking for, you know. So, you know, this guy probably played more than 2 hours. And what do we got here? Fanny's plot. Yeah, she's just got two plots here, or three. Yeah, you know, maybe this one they're not shared with clan. Maybe they're friends that wanted to build together. But yeah, no, I mean, this one for sure won't be deleted. This is actually a decent amount of activity here. And so then that means they probably played more than 2 hours, which means this plot's going to be saved too. I don't see these plots getting deleted. Maybe these two, and it really depends upon are they a part of any of this other stuff here. You know, I can't tell. I don't see the name anywhere else. So it really just kind of depends. It's a neat little design right here, by the way. So for Jira, just not seeing what we got over here. We got a little plot. I know this guy. This one, so just so you know, this one won't be abandoned. This guy's got way more than 2 hours. This is just an additional plot near the ruins that we're fighting over here. So, you know, people are going by, oh, this is an abandoned plot. This will get cleaned up. Nope, nope. This is just a, uh, uh, whatever you want to call it, a plot here for when you fight all these guys, you can drop stuff off. That's exactly what this is for. You know, these are all good. What do we got here? Share with clan, and again, this is probably something he was going to put out here for getting to these areas or something. So I'm going to guess that just the fact that you're way out here near nobody, this isn't their first and only plot. They'll have more than 2 hours. What we got here? Share with clan. Again, these are all outposts. These are outposts. Maybe this guy here, Mustikins. What we got here? That's clearly more than 2 hours. And what is this? And again, share with clan. Yeah, Hunter's Hut for going out. Can't see the name here. It's a nice little house, though. I really like that. You know, and again, it's probably for coming out in this area and doing stuff and having some place to come back to. So I'm going to guess, especially with a share with clan, this person's got more than 2 hours. A lot of work there. So, you know, I probably haven't reviewed every single plot. And I was looking on this before I started the recording, just checking stuff out. And, you know, this is one of my outposts right here. So this is where I do get my apples and a bunch of other stuff. And I just do some quick processing here. You know, and this one here, I believe, shared with clan. Yeah, all these are here. They can easily, you got a lot of boxes there. They can easily save that one. All these can be saved if they're interested. So, you know, I just think it's unlikely, at least Jira on Freja is going to have a lot of plots removed. I like less than five. Less than five. So there's my thoughts. There's the criteria. Really not seeing, at least from my perspective, a lot of plots being deleted based upon the criteria they've outlined to date. All right. Well, thank you all, and see you on the next one.